Yo, what up? I have just gone back from the stream that I did with Tony James and Julius and Kyle, and it was a good show. I had a good time, some good sessions. If you want to watch the full thing, the link is in the description. And I wanted to just come on here briefly. Who knows? Maybe 10, 20 minutes. Who knows? And just talk about like my thoughts, like now that it's fresh, that I just got out of this. What are my thoughts on the show? Was it a good one? Was it a bad? What do I think could have been improved? I think the show it did what it was supposed to do. It did what it was supposed to do. We were able to talk about have a discussion about just the role that Kickstarter plays in the indie scene. If you want to know, it's funny while that was going on, my Kickstarter was ending. Blackjack Duelist #1. We funded. We hit $8,000. Very proud of that, and super excited to get this book rolling. Jose's like 90% finished with the art, so it's almost done. This will probably be an early release, and if you want to back it, hit up those late pledges. If you want, like I said, if you want to watch this stream, like I said, we had a good debate. I felt like I was pretty respectful, honestly, during it. If you want to kind of get like a cadence, in my opinion, of what it felt like, like this is the ending. I was kind of just like really, like this is kind of what it was like the whole night.
There was at least some common ground that we came to,
and we love that.
And let's continue and let's leave on a happy note. And everybody shake hands. We can agree to disagree on some points.
Well, I'll tell you what they do in hot presidential debates and hot mayoral candidate races when they really don't like each other. The moderator forces the people debating to say at least one nice thing.
Well, Tony, get to that. Let's start with you.
Tyler, I think that while I don't like the books that you make, and I don't think they're of any kind of like serious standard of quality. I'm getting to the compliment. I'm getting to it. I think that it's great that you are at least pushing for the creators that don't know that they should be marketing their work, because that is.
And that's just the That's kind of the attitude that I felt like last night. Just a lot of jabs, but it's okay. It's okay. Tony can feel his way. So I put out like things that I learned from this debate that we had. One of the big premises that we had was like something that Tony had said in a previous stream, where he said Kickstarter doesn't give visibility to truly great books. It only does legacy creators and porn. It doesn't show great books. And like the big thing was talking about subjectivity. What could Kickstarter do better? Like, what's the responsibility of Kickstarter? And I'm very much like, it's not Kickstarter's job to do anything. And he's like, well, Kickstarter should do something. And I'm like, well, who's the judge of what books that they're going to promote? Do you want an algorithm, or do you want like a committee? Because then everyone's trying to get in, like, it's all based on what the committee feels. And we're going to have disagreements on that for sure. But one thing that we did that I did agree on was when we were said Kickstarter could improve its UI by having genre categories. That's a good suggestion, and I thought that was a great suggestion by Tony, and that's something like that we can agree on. That's why you can, like, if you have these conversations that are an hour and a half, 2 hours, you're able to break down points and argue, then find some common ground. So I like that. Tony, what's up, Specs? Tony considers me a tourist. And I asked him like what he meant. He's just like a tourist and everything, like reading and creator. And he said that I'm someone who buys books for my clout wall. And yeah, that's Tony's entitled to his opinion. And Tony encapsulates really like everything that I don't like about the creative side of things, like artists and whatnot. And it just made me realize, he's like, yeah, you just don't think like us. You are not like us. And I'm like, you know what? This makes a lot of sense. I really am not like you guys. I don't have the same mindset as you guys. I don't have the same like I don't like behave like you guys, and I guess that sets me apart. I like why would you say that? Why would you do that? Like you don't love comics as much as we do, and maybe I don't. But you know what? I love reading them and I love making them. But I guess in this club, there is a club, and I've been told there's a I can see it, I can feel it. Tony lets me know like my group of people, we know you're just not like one of us, and it shows. I guess I'm just not in the club. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? But that makes sense, So to them, I am a tourist. Sounds good. You can think that I buy these things just for clout. Whatever. Another thing I learned, I still like having some good discussions. I still like having a good time. Where do we go from here? Like, who cares? We're just gonna keep doing what we do. But I think I definitely learned a lot about Tony from the stream. I learned a lot about the creator community in this stream, and I learned a lot about like myself and what I feel about comics and what I feel about the comic book community. And it's stuff that I've thought about, stuff that I've been like, yeah, do I feel like this? And a lot of the feelings that I have about indie comics were confirmed. In this stream. With Tony and Julius and Kyle, or is it Julian? I don't remember. No, this is my bad. I have such the worst memory. Now you're a tourist because you love reading trash. I do like reading trash. So yeah, I just think there was just so many moments in that stream where I was just like looking at the host like come on, like what is like really like this is what we're doing, and that's just how it goes. You have to be okay. You have to be okay with those. But yeah, guys, go watch it. It's a good time. I think I got a lot of I think it's cool that Tony loves writing that. Like he's he's super passionate about writing. Story structure, all of that stuff. He's very passionate about that. And I think that's cool. I think that's awesome, and I think it's a good trait to have as a creator, is to obsess over story stuff like that. For me, I very much am. Maybe I'm a tourist in the creator sense, where I learned how to do some writing, I learned how to draw, I learned how to do a story, and then I'm just like, you know what, like he's reading all the books and whatnot, and I just want to be like, if the book's fun, I hope the other person I hope the reader's having fun, and I hope they come back, and they have. And what sucks is that like I could probably learn a lot from Tony, and from because I have a ton of creator friends, and like we'll like critique each other and whatnot, but man, yeah. Is that why the live stream with that guy with the funny mustache appeared as a recent upload? I just realized it. Yeah, like he was trying to be like, oh, Tyler, hide streams, like you hid the stream that I did with Stokes, and I was like, I hid it because it made both of you look really bad. And he's like, no, it makes you look really bad. So I went, okay, fine, like I'll like post it again. So I just relisted it. And I don't think it makes him look I don't think it makes him look good at all, but once again, like I'm not afraid like to put myself out. I put my opinions out. I say what I say. And if I get backlash from it, I either go, okay, like was I in the wrong? And if I really feel passionately that I said the right thing, then
be respectful, everyone.
I put it out. I unlisted his stream because I thought that the video was making him look bad. I thought it was doing him a favor. Come on, like this doesn't make someone look good.
The thing about can I finish, or do you want to keep running?
I said my bad. I thought you were done.
Shut your mouth and let me finish my answer.
Whoa. All right, let's be respectful, everyone. Keep going.
Like that doesn't. I don't think that makes someone look good. So I was like, you know what? Let me unlist that. Let me unlist that stream. No. It's like when you unlist something, it'll like go into people's. People get a notification. So now people are gonna get notifications of this stream, and people can learn more about Tony, and that's up to him. But no, like I thought the stream was good. Like I thought the stream was good. I thought the hosts were great. They were fantastic. I learned a lot. I like that they allowed us to have our viewpoints, say the viewpoints, counter each other's viewpoints. I like that. Like that's a very good show format. And if two people are brave enough to do that, that's awesome. You know what? I was not a very good host. I was not a very good moderator on that stream with Tony and Stokes. But to be fair, those two, like, they were going at it. And those two were going at it. But yeah, there was just a lot of. Tonight wasn't interesting. Tonight like reaffirmed a lot of things that I feel about indie comics, the comic space in general. Maybe one day I'll post it all out. Mike Guy, you were right. They looked horrible. The dude sounds like a 4chan mod, and the other guy was way too sensitive. I was baffled. Grown men gone to this fight over words on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, just like telling someone to like.
The thing about can I finish, or do you want to keep running?
I said my bad.
Like
I thought you were done.
Shut your mouth and let me finish my answer.
Oh, whoa. All right, let's be respectful, everyone.
It's not good luck. But no, I thought like this stream that we just did. Like seriously, guys, go check out Lucid Production. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel. You can watch this stream. There was a lot of good points. Let's see if we can find some. You know, a lot of like Tony did a lot of jabs on here. That's one thing I really didn't appreciate. But we still were able to get our points.
I don't like the books that you make, and I don't think they're.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, I do that
What
to
the fuck
Julius
is,
all the time when I review his books.
Let's see. See, this is like you're really bad at explaining things. Are you calling me a tourist in the creator sense, or like a reader, like a fan of the comics?
Well, both. I mean, you think it's Neil Gaiman. It's Neil Gaiman.
Okay, so like fuck me, I don't know how to like pronounce like people's names.
Okay,
I
but
thought it was Mark Millar for the longest
You see,
time.
but you fucking
that.
tourist.
Yeah.
Like that's actually, you know what? I don't want to relive this because yeah, like that's the kind of shit that's like, oh yeah, you're a tourist because you can't like.
Same here.
Well, that one's a more like touch and go thing. I'll give you that. I'll give you the Mark Millar thing.
Yeah.
But
we got confirmation from
Tell-
her
yeah.
last week when he was on the show that it was Miller.
Miller.
Yeah.
It is actually Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pronounce names wrong.
Tyler, the mispronouncing of the names, it's not the thing that makes me call you a tourist. It's a symptom of a larger problem. It's on top of the reason that you get to have such a silly goose time and why you and a couple of your friends are like, why is nobody having fun anymore? Is because you come from it from a pretty from a place of privilege. You don't have to measure your stuff to any sort of standard of quality. Boom. You're just you and your group of people that want to pay for that thing. That's it. And I just think you don't have any real respect for the medium, respect for the business in a way that I have met countless creators, both on Twitter and real life. You stand apart from the rest of them. That's why the first time I got off the stream with JD with you, I got DMs just blowing up, going like, "That guy's not one of us. That guy's weird. That guy's
one of us."
Because you're raising a lot of red flags. And Tyler, as time has gone on and the year change of knowing your existence, I know you don't like it, but it is my opinion. It's giving tourists.
That's fine. I mean, I buy comics, and graphic novels like every single month.
You strike me as the guy who will pick up a trade, not so much because he's interested in reading it, but because he can put it on his little clout wall behind him.
Wow.
Hey,
yes.
Whoa.
Dude.
So,
Anyways, that's the kind of stuff, man. Herman P. Hunter, the Lore Forge. I always thought author drama was bad. Comic drama is 15x worse, and I'm getting really sick of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I have felt since I've been here in this space is hearing stuff like this.
Time and why you and a couple of your friends are like, why is nobody having fun anymore? Is because you come from it from a pretty from a place of both on Twitter and real life. You stand apart from the rest of them. That's why the first time I got off the stream with JD with you, I got DMs just blowing up, going like, "That guy's not one of us. That guy's weird. That guy seems
one of us."
Because you're raising a lot of red flags.
Police.
And Tyler, as time has gone on and the year change of knowing your existence, I know you don't like it, but it is my opinion. It's giving tourists.
That's fine. I mean, I buy comics, and graphic novels like every single month.
You strike me as the guy who will pick up a trade, not so much because he's interested in reading it, but because he can put it on his little clout wall behind him.
Wow.
Hey,
yes.
Whoa.
How smug he is. Well, dude. Anyways, I thought I was very, I thought I was very respectful. Hey, what's up, Kova? How you doing? I think I saw you in the chat, Kova. I think you were actually watching it. I thought I was. I actually asked a couple friends. They haven't responded. They're probably in bed, like I should be. I actually asked some friends. I was like, "Hey, was I respectful? Like, was I like giving out jabs? If I was, like, let me know." Like a big thing that I wanted was to like not lose my cool, not crash out, not yell, not swear, but just be like, "Hey, here's my points." Yeah. That was honestly my goal, and I even had one of my employees. He said he was watching it, and he's like, "Dude, I was expecting you to crash out. Like I was waiting for you to like start yelling." And I'm like, "No, like I don't want to. This is this is their podcast. This is their show. I want to be respectful." So like if I wasn't, like Kova, you were there. Like if I wasn't, I've talked with you before. Like we like know each other enough that we also don't know each other enough that like you could just be honest, be like, "Dude, Tyler, you were super disrespectful, Tyler, and like you were doing this." Like I won't be offended because I generally like I don't really want to rewatch this because like I said, like that those like that stuff, like you are not one of us, like that stuff, like I don't know. I think that's one of the biggest problems with comics is there is enough people like that. There's enough people like Tony. Let's see. My guy, yeah, the dude is super pretentious. That live stream got like 43 viewers, and he's out here acting like he's Akira Toriyama or Stanley. Props to you for bothering. I mean, it was my. I mean, I started the stream. Like I wanted to talk with the host and be like, "Hey, like, what are your I want to like dissect this opinion." And he invited Tony. I was like, "Yeah, Tony could totally calm." Herman, the thing is that a lot of comic creators have gotten the notion that drama sells comics, and basically you were a whipping boy for some other guy's clout. Did I get did I allow myself to get whipped? I don't know. No, it wasn't that bad. Obviously, you guys were annoyed a little bit of each other and snappy, but it was cool. So there you go. All right, so we were snappy. That's fair. There were times where I wanted to like blow up, but I wanted to be respectful to the host. Like I wanted to be let's just start yelling, wake up my kids. My guy reminds me a lot of Coffee Comics. Someone like me would probably avoid people like that, but yeah, respect for you for engaging, perhaps because it's a conversation some people needed to hear. Like it's a good conversation. Like ultimately, like yeah, I hate Tony. Tony hates me. I hate everything about him. He hates everything about me. But having that discussion, you're able to like put two opposing people and two opposing people's viewpoints, and you're able to like really explore things. You're able to really explore things and whatnot. At least Tony has some merit behind what he's saying because he has ran a successful Kickstarter. 100%. Tony's ran, 3 very successful Kickstarters. And I hear good things about the book. So like that I think that's fantastic. I think that's fantastic for him. Kovas, it was a no-win argument because he wasn't going to change his like purist comics views, and you're on the more business, like 100%. Like, but the thing is, like, the goal wasn't necessarily like change each other's minds. It was to find maybe some common ground solutions, which I think like we came up with some, and then ultimately you just let the viewer decide. Like, you just let the viewers decide based off of what they think, and then how each person handled themselves. Herman, they tried pulling this stuff with Royce from Drink with Crazy. They start feuds and then they live stream extensively on them. Like, you know, like luckily, like Tony doesn't do content like that, and Jillian wouldn't do anything like that as well. And like for me, I just wanted to. I didn't know like the show was gonna be as long, so I was like maybe there will be some time for me to talk about my book afterwards. But there absolutely was not time for me to do that, which is fine. Like it would have been like the most briefest of. I chose to go on this debate rather than do like a late night stream about this comic. That means nothing. They're also scammers that ran successful Kickstarters. Doesn't that make them geniuses? I'm not going to say Tony's a scammer at all. It's definitely not late night sketch. Maybe you're late night sketching. No, yeah. Tony is not a scammer. Tony is someone who loves comics. He believes in comics. He's very passionate about it. And he's very passionate about the writing and like quality, and he wants to hold himself to like a massive standard because, you know, he wants to go into the mainstream like one day. And, you know, to me, I can see maybe why he hates me in that frustration, because you're right. Like he calls it privilege, and I don't think that's the right word, but you're right. Like I come at it from a place of like, yeah, I'm just having fun. And if other people are having fun, that's cool. And I'm making the stories that I want to make. And then if they resonate with others, that's cool. And for him, he's like, I'm trying to build a resume, or no, this is me putting words in his mouth, but like, you know, he is like, I want to like work in the mainstream. And for me, I'm like, I could care less. Like I think I've said it multiple times. The moment that this stops being fun for me, it's not that I'm just going to stop. And it's not that I don't want to tell stories. It's just like, I'm not feeling it anymore. You know, especially when this is something that I just do on the side. Like this isn't a full-time gig, and it never will become a full-time gig. You know, and then he pulled the whole like, well, you know, if you know it so well, why aren't you? Like he pulled so many fucking arguments out that I'm like, well, why? If you know so much about marketing, Tyler, why aren't you so rich in comics? And it's like, dude, like. Comics is very tough. Also, you know, maybe I just got to spend a little more time honing my craft and marketing. Like, you know, entertainment's, in my opinion, it takes a lot of time to grow that. But it's a little different out there, and like outside of comics, you're able to do a lot of stuff a lot quicker. Micah, this is a fallacious argument, though. You can't just say he had a successful Kickstarter, so he's automatically right. Imagine the craziness you'd open yourself up to that logic. That's just like saying Hitler was just like now just evolved into like Hitler. No, I mean, I think what Kova's trying to say is Tony's able to make the points that he does and back them up because he has a successful Kickstarter. Whereas if he was just a constantly like failed creator, then none of his points would stick, but he can stick them. But he's not giving like advice. He's not giving out like in the stream at least like business advice. He's mostly saying, "I wish Kickstarter did this for other creators," and that was what the focus of the stream was. What is Kickstarter's role in all of this? That's what the discussion was. So, I mean, yeah, these are things we learn, man. Kickstarter could improve its UI by having genre categories. It's a good suggestion. And yeah, I truly am not like others, and I'm not part of the club. I'm not like them. He's not one of us, and Not gonna lie, I will be vulnerable. That sucks and that hurts a lot to know that, like, that I'm not checking off all the boxes to be part of this comics club. And I'm saying it very sarcastically, but that does hurt, especially someone who's been in this space for like 10 years and has been making comics and reading comics and, you know, just has poured in so much time and effort into indie comics, only to be told anyways, I mean, that's the stuff that like grinds my gears. Like, that's where I could crash out and I could say some absolutely horrible things that I 100% believe, but it just wouldn't be appropriate. You guys would look at me like, oh, Tyler, don't say that. I'll write them down and to get them out. My guy, coffee's a bit worse, but people like that don't change. It's best to just not take them too seriously and don't engage with it. Sketchstar, fuck them. We'll start our own comics club with blackjack and hookers. Bryn, what's up, dude? Bryn, you watch the stream. And Bryn, I've known you for 10 years, dude. Like, how did I do on that thing? Was like, I don't care about like, did you agree with my points but was I at least respectful? That's my big thing. Like, I wanted to make sure that I did a good job with the host. But let's see. Bryn says, I generally lean on Tony's side when it comes to things, like doing it for the art, but I don't like his attitude. Hey, that's fair. And I can see that, man. Like, Tony and I, we are polar, like we are like oil and water when it comes to like our how we view art and creativity. And I do and the thing is I do agree with Tony's side, and it's very romantic. I just and I wish that I could be that way, but my brain doesn't think like that. I was generally respectful. I'll take that. Yeah, I can always improve, which is always good. Maybe I will rewatch the stream and go, okay, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. This is when I lost my cool. But dude, yeah, I am learning though that, man, calling me a tourist, like, that is actually the number one thing that like gets under my skin. And I think that's the thing that offends me. Like, I think that's the thing that offends me the most. I think it's like really insulting. It's really I think to me, like, it's very insulting. He can believe it. He's a whole, like, they can all believe it. I think just to me, it's like, damn, like, just been like, like hundreds of live shows with like indie creators promoting their books, like hundreds of videos, like talking about the books I like and whatnot. And, tourist. Yeah. Sketchstar, he isn't wrong with his arguments, but his attitude made it wrong. I mean, his attitude is his attitude. I mean, people could say the same thing about me. Like, my arguments aren't wrong, but my attitude is, like, I could say the same thing. Yeah. Comics, man. Comics. Just trying to have a silly goose time. It's all a facade. It's all a facade. I just tell myself, I'm here to have a fucking silly goose time. That's what I want. Ugh. Oh man, I think I have this business deal that I just secured with my business partner. I know it's been a while since we talked last, but you're one of the nicest guys I've met on this platform. Oh, dude, I don't think people would agree with that, but I appreciate that. Herman, comics are just entertainment, nothing more. I don't know, dude. I think like the people that are in this quote unquote club, because I got preached about this yesterday. It was just like Tyler, like they're like, Tyler, comics is gonna change the zeitgeist. It's the culture. It's how we make moral decisions. Blah blah. And I'm like, dude, I just view this as something that's fun. But you got people like Tony who think otherwise. Sketchstar, you can go about it the wrong way. I 100% go about it the wrong way, and like, yeah, it's a flaw, but it's just that's just how I deliver my stuff. But yeah, my business partner and I, we just secured this deal. and I'm going out of town in a couple weeks to like start this endeavor. And if this if this thing, because we already run a business, but like if we can crack this other thing, then at that point I will in the next 120 days, like either nothing's gonna change, or if in the if this business deal and the things that happen work out in the next 120 days, I will probably have to make the decision of, do I just stop making comics because this is more important, and then if it does work out, then I go, okay, do I keep making comics or do I just stop? And I think people would look at that and go, oh, Tyler doesn't care about comics, but it's like, no, I just have a better opportunity. But I love I mean, I hate them. I love comics. Like, I'm reading them all the time. And I'm like spending hours of my fucking nights just making them. A tourist. Yeah. I mean, it's under my skin right now, dude. Like, I'm feeling it. Tony's path is paved with good intentions, but isn't going anywhere good. I mean, Tony's path is paved. Like I said, he's a good writer. He loves the medium. Like, now he just has to figure out a way to break into the mainstream or something. My guy, literally, goddamn, I swear, man, you get mixed up with people that take this shit way too seriously. I know. I mean, but maybe that's my problem. Maybe the problem is because I don't take it seriously enough. Like, maybe that's the problem, because I'm not one of them. I'm not part of the club. I'm not. He's not one of us. I'm glad I'm not one of them. I'm glad I'm not one of you guys. I would have killed myself if I was. Yeah, dude, it's so crazy that Britton, I've known you for like fucking 10 years, man. It's nuts. 10 years, Britton. I knew you when you were in high school. A good point, we'll give Tony another good point. Tony has said that I should add lettering into my books, and I agree. I really should. I always do lettering last because sometimes I'll like change some aspects of the story once I get all the art. Maybe Sketchosaur will see some dialogue and go, I think it could sound better if you wrote it like this, and so I just copy and paste his suggestions. So like I could post like the dialogue on this page, and then Sketchosaur goes like, you should say it like this, it'll be better. And now I'm kind of advertising like a page that is like the dialogue's completely different, because I am making these books as I go. So like I should figure out the process of, I mean, if the book was 100% complete before I kickstarted, that wouldn't be a problem, but typically they're not. So, but I should figure out how to, like, maybe I should go like, okay, this is the set dialogue, and then put that in. So, I mean, that's a good suggestion from Tony. Like, that's a good suggestion. Like, here's the thing. I will take, like, people are like, oh, Tyler can't take criticism or suggestion. I will take, that's a good criticism. That's a good suggestion. Saying that talking it out together and saying Kickstarter should have, better genres so that people can find books easier. That's a good suggestion. But when I hear things that like Kickstarter doesn't give visibility to truly great books, it's like, okay, now we need to dissect that. If you don't want it, it's fine, but now I'm going to dissect it. And if you don't dissect it with me, then I'm going to put words in your mouth. And if you don't like that, then let's come and dissect it with me. So yeah, man. Sketchosaur. I try my best to help. No, you do, man. Oh, dude, I forgot I got to Venmo you. I'll do that right after the stream. My guy, I was just about to say that living life with that much vial sounds exhausting. You're more like one. People told him his art sucks. In fact, he wouldn't be anything. And now he's one of the most famous mangaka in the world. It's just about doing what you like. Yeah, I mean, that's at the end of the day, like, people are like, oh, like, and like sketches. And then the thing I've actually had, and I wish I could find the old messages so I could send them over to Sketchosaur. I have had people going, yo, is this Sketchosaur guy on Twitter the guy that like is he the guy that edits your book? That I'm like, yeah, he's the guy that he shows up on the YouTube chats. He goes, and they're like, why do you like? Someone was like, why do you keep around an editor if you'll like disagree with you on Twitter publicly? And I'll be like, because Sketchasaur and I know that we can go back and forth and disagree on things entirely, but still like come back to the middle ground where we both know we love something similar. But also a great reason why I like to keep around Sketchasaur is because Sketchasaur knows 100% that I am making books that I genuinely want to and like, because Sketchasaur knows and can confirm that I read the type of books that I make. He can 100% confirm it. He's like, Tyler reads trash. I'm not saying I read trash, but what I'm saying is like, I'm not like out here reading the deepest stories. I already do enough deep things and stuff all day that when I read a book, I'm very much just like, dude, I need to just have some fun real quick. So that's why I make the stories I have. And people are like, oh, it's silly and low-hanging fruit. It's like, well, that's the kind of stuff I make, and I hope that the people who read my stuff are getting that excitement. So sorry, I am. So, all right, well. Skullface, I appreciate it. My guy, yeah, that's professional. My co-author is the same way. It's very important to get people to not just be your yes man. I wish sometimes I wish Sketchasaur was a yes man. He's like, this dialogue sucks. Yeah. Comics, man. Comics are interesting. You gotta like, it's with anything, any industry. You gotta deal with the people. You gotta deal with everyone's egos. You gotta deal with everyone's opinions. So, you know what though? I respect Tony for showing up for that stream. He didn't have to. And based off of our history, like I was like, oh, you're gonna show up? That's good. That's really cool. And you know, he made some good points. I felt like I made some good points, and that's all you can ask for. How you doing, Skullface? I really liked the tweet that you made today about like the DC Comics and the Marvel stuff. Let's see if I can pull it up. You wrote, as a total noob to Marvel, I'm just enjoying whatever I can afford to read. I know everyone has hangups with the 616 Spider-Man, but it's fun for me. And then I wrote, like, this is really interesting to me. Let me know what you think of this. I know more DC Comics lore, and I've read more DC. So I scrutinize it harder. Because I'm a Marvel noob as well, I enjoy it a lot more because I have no emotional... Man, I could not spell. I enjoy it a lot more because I have no emotional stake to it. Thoughts. And he's like, I thought I've been trying to diversify my reading on the mainstream, and Marvel's been good. Yeah, like, I know more about, like I read more DC Comics and stuff. And so if something's bad, I go like, oh, I didn't like it. And I go, oh, I wasted my money. But when I read Marvel, people are like, oh, Bendis sucks and whatnot. I'll like read his like Avengers run and all that. So I'm like, dude, I'm having a great time. And maybe it's because I don't know much about Marvel. So like everything to me is just like, whoa, that's cool. Oh, whoa, look at that. Sorry, your comics aren't low-hanging fruit. They're fun comics. And like a bag of chips, it's a fun snack to enjoy. Nothing deep or life-changing, but enjoyable. There we go. I appreciate that. Bro, y'all need to realize that the most successful comics are always low-hanging fruit. Why do you think manga is destroying comics? Because they do what people like. Characters first, story second. Sorry, yeah, I catch it all the time. You're terrible and inconsistent with your spelling. Demon Slayer may not be Berserk or Sandman, but guess what sold more? Skullface. It's just easier to enjoy comics when you get away from social media. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, fuck. There'll be a day where I leave this comics Twitter stuff, but I'm still in it. I'm still liking it. I'm still having a silly goose time. I'm still semi enjoying being around certain people. But like after last night, I had a creator just like rate my DMs over and over and over and over, and I was like, dude, like stop preaching to me. So I don't know. It's always the creators though that I have problems with. The readers, no problem. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the problem is I don't get along with the creators because there is this club and the creators are like, oh, he's not like us. So, but I love the readers, man. I love the readers. Well, I don't know what the frick I did, but I just opened up a fuck ton of tabs. And they're like old tabs too. What the shit? But yeah, no, but Sketchers right, like they're fun comics, like a bag of chips. It's a fun snack to enjoy. Like you are not like your life isn't gonna get changed from Super Plumber Sisters. It's there just to have a good time. You know, maybe you'll be like, oh shit, like the relationship with their sisters, like that's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's a fun story. Same with My Sexy Witch Academia and Bullet Assassin. Probably the only book that I do try to be like put in some deep stuff would be like Girl with the Mega Fist, because that's a super very personal like religious story. But other than that, like so the only comics I get from my LCS are Ninja Turtles and Transformers. Everything else is Alterna and Tyler. Maybe another indie comic that catches my eye on Twitter or YouTube. Sketchesar though says that he like he's like every other comic he gets is from Alterna or Tyler, but I know he's paying for those Alterna ones, and for mine, I pay him, and then I send them like 10 a copy of every cover. Nakamura-san, the uninvited Gairu is very Tyler coded. All right, let's see what this is. Nakamura-san, the uninvited Garu. All right. Yes. This is the kind of shit I like. Let's read it. I didn't know there was someone there. Blah blah blah. Okay. Here we go. I'm too unlucky today. There's also that strange customer earlier. I can't say names. At that time, I didn't know yet that this day's misfortune has just started. All right. It's like all in color? Okay, just the first couple pages. I dig this. What's the catch, though? This is much safer than a manga cafe. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's the catch? What's happening? I don't know. I like this fun, cutesy stuff, though. So yeah, I agree with you. Guys, did you guys know that I had a comic out? Let's also find a Club Van Fleur. I think that one still is up. That's Jose's. Oh shit, he's got 3 more days to go. So this is Club Van Fleur. This is from the artist of Bullet Assassin. Sorry, not Bullet Assassin, Blackjack Duelist. Sorry, I just got so many titles. I backed it on the $400 tier. No, I got the physical tier. I'm super excited for it. Like Jose's art, guys, is just phenomenal. Like this is one of those campaigns where this is one of those books where to me it should be an easy like 10K. Just Jose just needs to like build himself up in this platform a little longer and he'll get there because this art is just phenomenal. Sketchstar, my wife loves some of the covers. She's a bigger perv than me about comics. Skullface is pretty safe, actually. It's PG-13. Oh, okay. Yeah. You never know sometimes with these manga. Gosh, look at that freaking artwork. It's so good. It's too, yeah, it looks good, dude. It's too good. Like this artwork is too good. Like look at the rendering style. Like this rendering style, I don't know if it would have worked for Blackjack Duelist, but like oh, so good. So good. I really liked what Jose did though with the art style for Blackjack Duelist. Like super fun. Look at that rendering. Oh, so fucking good. But I'm a tourist. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not taking this seriously, you know. I just have like 400 comics behind me that I have to just go and you know, package, but I'm a tourist. I don't take any of this seriously. Because of my privilege. Mike guy says I don't know if that's an exclamation point or something. I'm tired. Oh, let's see what else is I should probably go to bed, but let's see what's on the comics Kickstarters right now. Comics. Look at this. There's no boobies in this, Tony. No boobies in this anyway either. It's being promoted. This is not a good way, in my opinion, to promote something though. What if I hate all of these? I love this inking in like noir style. But yeah, like what do they got? What do they got? All right, let's just look at what's in the comic section, then we're gonna end the stream. Transformers, dude, this thing's probably killing it. Let's just look at the top. I guess what are we seeing? I backed this one yesterday. Obviously, we backed Common America. The Rick and Morty omnibus? Jeez. Look at all these books. Quality. Quality. Milphalantis. Come on, Armin. What is this? Milphalantis. What is this nonsense? All right. All right. Let's check these out. Transform. Holy shit. 3 million. Call and I catch you later. See you, Sketch Star. Holy shit. 3 million. That's a lot. Drifter Omnia. 36,000. Well, this looks great. No lettering though shown. So take some advice from Tony. Put some letters in there. The Escort number 1 and 2. Oh, this is Pat Shand. See, Pat Shand has the lettering on it, which is good. Reanimator. Glow 1 through 7. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like that person for sticking around. Like 1 through 7. That's sick. This looks good. I'll have to check this out later. Rick and Morty 263,000. I do love Rick and Morty. One of like the lines from Rick and Morty that I really like is when Rick, he's like, they're booing him and he says, I don't care about your boos because I know what you cheer for, or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I really like that. Downgrades number 1. Okay, so Cyberfrog. Hey, the art looks really good. This is this looks like his first created. I like this. That's a good cover. Dig it. All right, Armin, MILF Atlantis. You know, this is the kind of book that Tony is like, oh my gosh. MILF Atlantis, what the fuck? You know what though? Armin is like, he's leaned on it. He knows what he's doing. Legend of Kaiden, a fantasy action book. We were talking about fantasy the other day and why it struggles on Kickstarter. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to, go check out the stream that I did with Julian, Kyle, and Tony James. And yeah, and who knows? Maybe you'll watch it and you'll realize that that you might not be in the Cool Kids Club. You too might be a tourist. Let me replay this clip so I can get mad before I go to bed.
Red flags. And Tyler, pay for that thing. You stand apart from the rest of them. That's why the first time I got off the stream with JD with you, I got DMs just blowing up, going like, "That guy's not one of us. That guy's weird. That guy's
one of us."
Because you're raising a lot of red flags. And Tyler, as time has gone on and the year change of knowing your existence, I know you don't like it, but it is my opinion. It's giving tourists.
That's fine. I mean, I buy comics, you know, and graphic novels like every single month.
You strike me as the guy who will pick up a trade, not so much because he's interested in reading it, but because he can put it on his little clout wall behind him.
Wow.
Hey,
yes.
You know.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa.
All this stuff here.
That was cute.
Yeah, but Kyle, you're a serious comic book.
That was cute. I think you know. That smug smile. All right. Anyways, so this is what we got going now. I've got to finish fulfillment for Super Plumber Sisters 3. The books are just right there. Right now the thing that's holding me back is I haven't had time to go to the store to buy some tape and laugh my ass clout wall. And then we'll be next week Super Plumber Sisters 3 will get fulfilled. Also next week, the digitals should be sent out for My Sexy Witch Academia number 3. And then the next campaign we're doing is Super Plumber Sisters 4. The line art is 100% completed. Just needs to be gray toned. Jose's almost finished with the art for Blackjack Duelist. And I don't have to gray tone or anything on that. I just got to letter it. That'll be a piece of cake. We'll get those out to everyone. So... yeah. You should put a sign on your wall. This is Wall of Clout. Yeah, I mean, it's very expensive. It's very expensive. I mean, yeah, bookcase full of, comics and indie comics. A bookcase full of comics and indie comics. I even got a fucking spinner rack of comics. So, yeah, that's what I do for clout, I guess, is, a spinner rack of comics. Spinner rack of indie comics. Shelf of comics and indie comics, another shelf. This is the clout wall. This is what I do. I'm a fake. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Tony's probably watching this sneering, but dude, that comment pisses me off so much. So All right, guys. Peace out. You know, Tony, here's the thing. Tony's probably going to get messages all night saying, you got him, dude. You did it. You got him. And, you know, I'm getting messages from people people saying the same thing on my side. And I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, like, none of this fucking matters. It's just comics. But I had a good discussion. And Tony brought on some good points. I had some good points, I think. And we let the viewers decide. Plunge, guys. Hey, yo. Have an awesome day/night, Tyler. Yeah, dude, right as I end it, man. Here, this is what you gotta do. What you gotta do is when you're done, guys, like I said, you guys gotta link in the chat. You guys gotta go watch. Just go watch the stream. Gosh, where is the... Just go watch the stream. Link in the chat. Link down below. Go watch the stream that we did the debate. It'll be a good 2 hours of your life. All right, guys. Peace out. How many people do we have watching here? We have 10 people. Well, yeah, if you need something to watch, like to listen to while you're washing dishes, Plungecast, like link in my description. Go to Lucid Comic Productions recent live chat, and yeah, you can you let me know. You let me know how it was. All right, guys. Peace.